What's up, everyone? My name is Blue, and we are back with more Entitled Parents posts. These parents just think everything belongs to them. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And with that, let's get into it. Snowmobile Karen regrets involving the owner. Longtime lurker and listener, and I'm proud to say that I encountered my very first Karen. So this happened about a week ago when I was asked to fill in for a friend at a ski center. Yes, ski centers are allowed to be open in my country due to it being outside. The layout of the area is somewhat important to the story, so allow me to give you a short tour. There are 5 ski lifts from left to right. Family lift, kiddie lift, which is just a rope that the kids hold onto and it takes them about 10 meters up. 2 anchor lifts beside each other, and the last one leads to the street, which is for rails and jumps. None of them are gondola lifts, as the center only requires anchor lift. I was working at the so-called family lift, which is meant for families with little kids. This means that the slope is small compared to the rest so that everyone in the family can ride together. Next to the lift I was working at is a sledding slope, which is for people who just want to come sledding, and this is free, meaning you don't need a ski pass to enter. Also, every lift has a snowmobile, and I had mine parked next to the lift so I could have somewhere to sit if I wanted to. And due to the cold, the suspension was somewhat frozen, which meant that when someone took a seat on the snowmobile, it made a sound. Now to the story. We have Entitled Snow Karen ESK, Hex Spawn HS1 and 2, and me being me. I was helping a young girl onto the lift as she was having problems. That was one of my tasks at work. And when I had my back turned while helping the girl, I heard the suspension creak, and my first thought was that, oh, my turn to go get lunch, as I thought it was my coworker. But nope. I turn around and see 2 of Karen's Hex Spawn trying to start the snowmobile. Me. Hey, what on earth do you think you're doing? Hex Spawn 1.
We want to drive the snowmobile.
Hex Spawn 2.
Yeah, we're gonna drive it up the slope.
Me. No, you can't do that. You're not old enough. You have to be at least 16 to drive one, and they were about 5 or 6 years old. And you can't drive this unless you work here. Hex Spawn 2.
But Mom said we could.
Me. I don't care what your mom says. You are not allowed on it. I need you to And guess who cut me off? ESK.
Why are you talking to my babies?
Me. Ma'am, are they your Hex Spawn? ESK.
Yes. Now tell me why you are talking to them.
Me. They were on the snowmobile and trying to start it to take it for a joyride. ESK.
So, I told them they could.
Me. Ma'am, they can't do that. They're not old enough, they don't work here, and they haven't been trained on how to operate it. ESK.
Oh, stop being so rude. Just teach them how to operate it now.
Me. I can't. They're not old enough, and unless you work here, you are not allowed to drive it on the area. Hex Spawn 1.
Mom, I want to drive.
Hex Spawn 2.
Tell him to start it.
ESK.
Now look at what you've done. You made them sad. I demand you start the snowmobile and let them ride.
At this point, one of our regulars and former co-workers came to the lift and gave me a look. You need help, son? I told him, oh, hi, Mike. Not real name. Tell, insert boss's name here. I said, hello. I know it sounds cheesy to say we used a code, But we have all been told that if we are in a situation where we need the owner and we don't want to say it out loud for one reason or another, to, if possible, tell someone who works or has worked there to tell the owner I said hello, and the boss would come down if possible. Anyway, he understood and he went up with the lift and down the slope towards the office. Now, during that 10-second window, the ESK had climbed the fence and joined her kids at the snowmobile to get it started. And then something struck me, and I don't know why I didn't notice it before, but not one of them was in ski gear. No helmets, ski boots, skis, or anything. And the ESK had left 2 sleds behind the fence. Me, still somehow polite. Ma'am, why aren't any of you in ski gear?
ESK. Because we decided to just go sledding.
Me. You can't be on this side of the gate if you aren't planning to ski. ESK.
Yes, we can. We are paying customers. We ate inside the restaurant.
Me. Doesn't matter. You can't be here unless you are going to ski. ESK.
Now shut up, you little idiot. We are paying customers, and that means we have the right to be here and the right to ride the snowmobile.
At this point, I lost it and decided to use my army voice. We have compulsory military service in my country. Me. Okay, that's it. Get off the snowmobile now. I commanded them, and they all looked shocked. I guess they never expected a reaction like that from me. ESK, still shocked.
How dare you talk to me like that? You need to show your elders some
I cut her off. Me. I have tried to be polite and to tell you kindly to leave the snowmobile, and yet you have refused. Do you realize that your kids could die or get injured, or even worse, kill or injure someone if they drove this thing? You and your kids need to leave, as you clearly have no right nor deserve the right to be here. At this point, she tries to play the victim card when a family of 6 came to the lift. ESK.
Help! Help! This boy is harassing me and my babies!
Luckily for me, the family didn't believe her when I explained the situation, and I assured them that I didn't need help. Now the ESK decided that she would play the infamous I know the owner card. ESK, with a smug look on her face, said,
You know, I know the owner. So unless you want to lose your job, I suggest you start this snowmobile.
Don't know why she didn't care about my warning about her kids killing or injuring themselves or others. Me. Oh, you know the owner? ESK.
Yes.
At this point, I saw the owner walking towards us as the regular had sent him. Me. Well, here's your chance to explain to him why I should get fired, I said as I waved at him. I could see the ESK worry a little, but she quickly shook it off. Owner. So what is the problem here then? ESK flew into a rant.
Your employee has been so rude towards me and my kids and refused to let my babies ride the snowmobile, even though I know we are allowed to do so as paying customers.
Owner. No, you are not allowed to because it is dangerous and wasteful. Also, I can see that none of you are dressed to be on this side of the fence, and thus I can assume you have not paid to be here. ESK.
Well, what about him?
She said as she pointed at me.
He is not dressed for skiing either.
Owner. Well, that is because he works here, and he should not be dressed for skiing. ESK, slowly realizing she is fighting a losing battle, decided to go for the harassment claim. ESK.
Well, he harassed me and my babies, and I demand he is fired for his behavior.
Now, the owner is a chill guy and has a great sense of humor and does not take BS from anyone. And he saw he had an amazing chance to strike down this Karen. Owner: well then, should we see what audio the cameras have recorded? ESK:
No, that is not necessary. But I demand he be fired for his behavior.
The owner cut her off. Owner: and I guess I should also tell my daughter that her boyfriend is a horrible person for harassing a mother and her children, right? Oh, how devastated she will be, he said sarcastically. You see, what the ESK didn't know is that I have been dating the owner's daughter for 2 years, and when I have time, I spend the weekends at her family's house. Now the ESK realized that her battle was lost, and just on cue started shrieking about how she will leave a horrible Facebook review, how the police will hear about this, how she will never come back because we are so horrible to customers, yada yada yada. You guys know the drill. After she left, me and the owner started laughing, and he said he would save the security footage because he wanted to keep this as a Karen takedown trophy. Not long after I got my lunch break, and I called my girlfriend to tell her about the encounter, and she started laughing as well. I do hope I get to see her again, so I can ask her if she would like to see the owner again. Thanks for reading. Hope you guys liked it. I gotta say, I'm mostly hung up on the fact that this mother was totally on board letting her little kids drive a snowmobile. Like, the thing's not a toy. Your kids could probably die. Although, if they are the heck spawn they seem to be, maybe that's what she was going for. Maybe she's like an evil Karen, or more evil than most. And that's all the time we have for this Entitled Parents post. If you like the story, make sure to click that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future crazy Karen stories. Thanks for listening, everyone. Catch you later.